Today we're going to make risotto. Risotto is traditionally made with arborio rice. Arborio is a medium grain variety that has a high starch content, which gives risotto that creamy texture. Our rice grits are the perfect product to make risotto because when we break the grains, it also releases starch, which coats each grain and makes for a perfect risotto. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Today we're making mushroom and asparagus risotto, but you can use any combination of vegetables that you like, but you'll learn some basic tips here today. So I've started by sauteing asparagus cut into about 1-inch pieces and quartered mushrooms. I also have stock warm in a pot that I'm going to keep. It calls for 4 cups of chicken stock, but I like to have 5 on there just in case. And then we also have diced onion and garlic, our rice grits, Parmesan cheese, and lemon juice and water. In this heavy bottom saucepan, I'm heating 1 tablespoon of olive oil. And I'm going to put in 1 onion diced and about 2 cloves of garlic. You can add more or less to your taste. Now I'm sauteing this for 1 to 2 minutes until it's kind of soft, translucent. That's releasing the flavors that will go on and infuse into the rice grits. Now that I've sauteed the onion and garlic for a little while, I'm going to add in my lemon juice and water. And you'll see that, that bubbles up really well. And we're going to cook that down for about 1 minute. Now, when you make a risotto, I always like adding in something acidic after you saute those vegetables. It adds a nice flavor. I'm using lemon juice today. Another good option would be to use white wine. That adds a really nice flavor, but I didn't have it on hand today, so we're using lemon juice. And that's the thing, when you're cooking something like this, there's always a substitute, so try to find something you have on hand so it makes it practical. Now we're ready to add in our rice grits. I'm going to pour those in and stir until that's incorporated, and I'm also going to put in 3/4 a teaspoon of salt, but you can do that how you like it. Seasoning is kind of relative, but I like my food well seasoned. I have my broth warm on the stovetop, so I'm going to get 1/2 cup of that and add it in to the risotto that's cooking, the rice. We're going to stir that in and let it cook down. And the key to making risotto is stirring. So once that cooks down, we're going to add 1/2 cup at a time until it's all absorbed. The rice grits absorb that first 1/2 cup of the broth, so I went ahead and added another cup, and I will continue stirring until that liquid is absorbed, and then add 1/2 cup at a time until the rice grits are tender and creamy. One key to risotto is stirring throughout the cooking process. So you want to make sure that you're able to stay at the stovetop while you're cooking it, but it's worth the effort, I promise. Another thing that has helped me in cooking risotto is to use my medium strength burner. My high-powered burner cooks the liquid out too quickly, and then the risotto doesn't get tender or as creamy. So I think a good medium-powered burner helps to get that desired creaminess, and while also getting the bite that you like on your rice grits. These rice grits are really starting to thicken up, as you can see, but if you look closely, you can tell that the center of the grain is still not cooked. It's kind of got that brighter white color. As it starts to get done, those will become somewhat more translucent. But you will need to taste it as it gets further along to make sure that the grain is not hard. This is what it looks like when I'm ready to add another 1/2 cup of liquid in there. I can pull my spatula back and it completely separates. So now I'm going to pour in the liquid. I'm going to stir it. You can see how much looser that is. And we're going to let it cook down again until it looks like it did when I could pull my spatula through. See, now when I pull it through, it comes back together very quickly. So we're going to keep cooking that liquid down. The reason I keep extra warm stock on the stove ready to go is because sometimes it just takes more. Cooking can be a little unpredictable depending on how your stovetop cooks, or even the humidity in the air or the altitude wherever you live. So it's always better to have extra just in case you need it, because it would be hard to stop this cooking process and warm up additional stock. It would just kind of mess up the risotto. So just always go ahead and have at least a cup extra ready to add in. These grains are really tender and it is so creamy. So now we're going to add in the asparagus and mushrooms that we sauteed earlier. And we're just going to stir those in. Lift it off the heat, and now I'm going to just stir in this Parmesan cheese. Calls for 2 ounces. I don't know that you can really go wrong with extra cheese, but we have 2 ounces today. We'll stir that in and serve it immediately because risotto is best served fresh, and it's going to be so good. Look at how creamy this is. I can't wait to eat. This is one of David's favorites, and so he's really excited to dig in to this dish. So the key to good risotto is to have plenty of that warm liquid ready to add in, half a cup at a time. Make sure that you have plenty of time and are able to stand at the stovetop and stir for 20 to 30 minutes. You're going to need to be stirring the whole time to develop the creaminess to that risotto. And if you do those things, you will have a wonderful dish that your whole family will love. There's something just really satisfying about risotto, and it's versatile because you can add in the things that you like. If you like this recipe or you want to see some of our others, go to deltabluesrice.com and you can find this asparagus risotto recipe and another risotto recipe. We'd love to hear from you, and if you have questions, let us know. Thanks, y'all.